Here's just my personal testimony where this is concerned. I was raised in a religious home. I was raised really to know Jesus Christ. But do you know, for so many years, my faith basically was wrapped around my understanding of if I do enough good works to outweigh my bad works, well, then I'm going to be right with God. And so I was always on this spiritual treadmill to where if I if I perform well enough, then I'll be pleasing to God. I'll be acceptable to God. If I do the good things that I'm supposed to do, then God will love me more. Well, then if I do bad things, then what does that mean? God loves me less? Well, that's the subtle thing that went through my mind. And I got to a place where I went, you know what? Forget it. Just forget it. I can't do enough. I can't keep that up. And so I just lived however I was going to live. And then the Lord began to minister to my heart, and I began to be able to understand as I got older the concept of grace, salvation by grace through faith in Jesus Christ. It's not of works. It's a faith in Jesus Christ. He's done the work. And friends, that's what I would say to you today, that if you're trusting in your own capacity to honor God, and that's the gauge of whether you're right with God or not, or whether He's pleased with you or not, you're missing it. He loves you. He loves you with an unending love. He loved you so much that He sent His Son to die for you. And it's Jesus' death on the cross in your place for your sin that makes you right with God, not the things that you will do. Now, that's not a license for you to live any way you want, but it changes dramatically your relationship with God. Now, your obedience isn't predicated on obey so that God will love you. No, your obedience now comes from a place of saying, I want to obey because God loves me.